Well, folks, January 26 is already being sold as very good news for retirees. I'm talking about bigger COLA, bigger checks, headlines screaming about $5,400 monthly benefits. Now, on the surface, it sounds like relief is finally here. But if you stop at the headlines, you're going to miss what actually decides how much money stays in your pocket, because 2026 isn't just a COLA year. This is a rebalancing year, okay? Now, behind the feel-good numbers, there are 6 changes that are quietly reshaping how Social Security really works. How much of your benefit gets taxed, how much Medicare takes before you even see it, and who actually qualifies for those record high checks, and how much control you actually lose as the system goes digital first and the algorithms kick in and all of that stuff. So this is where most retirees get blindsided. So my goal here is to break this down so that everyone understands what's going on. I know that there's some fancy jargon and stuff like that. We're going to break it down in layman's terms so that everybody understands what's going on, because there's a lot of confusion going on. And I just want everybody to be at ease. Can we just watch this video and be at rest? Get a bag of popcorn, maybe some tea, maybe some decaffeinated coffee, and put like some French vanilla creamer in there, maybe hazelnut. Anyway, you hear the 2.8% increase, but nobody tells you how Medicare eats it away. When you hear the $5,430 maximum Social Security benefit, but nobody actually tells you why almost nobody gets that. You hear bigger checks, but nobody explains why your take-home pay can actually go down because of the bigger Social Security check. So here's the uncomfortable truth. These changes, they don't hit everyone equally. So I want to explain this so that everybody gets it, okay? Some retirees are going to come out ahead. Some people are going to be way ahead. They're going to be like, oh my God, this is the best news ever. But others are going to be quietly losing ground without realizing it until it's locked in. So in today's video, we're going to cut through all the noise. No more hype, no talking points, just the 6 Social Security changes for 2026 that decide your COLA, your taxes, and your Medicare costs, and what they mean for your real money, not the headline version. So stick with me, guys, because this is the difference between what sounds good and what's actually working. This difference has never been bigger. Make sure you hit like and subscribe to the channel. Get a pen and paper and take some notes here, guys, because this is going to be really impactful, really informational. And I know a lot of people are going to benefit from this. And make sure to add this video to your watch later if you can't watch the full video in one shot, okay? All right, so January 2026 is being framed as just another routine adjustment, a tune-up. Nothing to see here, right? But this is exactly where people get caught off guard, because this is not just a COLA year. This is a system-wide reset that's hiding behind friendly headlines. Yes, benefits do go up, but at the exact same time, taxes shift, Medicare deductions change, earnings rules adjust, access to the system itself moves further online. None of this shows up on a bold headline, but all of it determines what you actually get to keep in your pocket. This is how the government does it, okay? They don't roll out one big shocking change. They stack 6 smaller ones, knowing that most people will only hear the good news and then they're going to stop listening and then they get surprised. The question you should be asking yourself right now is Social Security increasing? So the real question that should be asked is, who benefits from Social Security increasing? Who benefits from this tune-up? And who quietly loses ground without realizing it? Because in 2026, the winners and the losers, they're decided long before your January check hits your bank account, okay? Now, on paper, the 2026 COLA looks like progress, a 2.8% increase, and I know it sounds responsible. That sounds helpful, but for the average retiree, it works out to roughly $56 more per month. And that's where most explanations stop. But here's the problem. COLA is always backward looking. It's based on past inflation, not what you're about to pay next year. And so by the time the increase shows up, prices have already moved on. So while your benefit technically does rise, right, your purchasing power barely budges. Groceries, they cost more. Insurance costs more. Utilities cost more. And the extra $56 starts shrinking real fast. So this is why so many retirees are saying, my check went up, but my life didn't get any easier. And I get it. It makes sense mathematically. So COLA is not a raise. I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. It's more like damage control. And in 2026, it's arriving at the exact moment that other costs are lining up to absorb that increase, almost dollar for dollar. And it almost feels a little bit unfair. And if you think it sounds unfair, you let me know. Drop an unfair down below. But here's where the real frustration sets in, because just as that COLA increase shows up, Medicare steps in first. So in 2026, Medicare Part B premiums rise again. And for most retirees, those premiums are automatically deducted from their Social Security check before the money ever even hits their bank account. You don't opt in, you don't approve it, it just happens. Yay, thanks government, right? So that extra $56 that you were promised, well, let's just say that a large chunk of that is going to be gone immediately. For some people, most of it disappears. And this is why COLA never feels like a raise. Kind of feels like you're just treading water. And this is not accidental. Medicare costs rise every year, and Social Security COLA has quietly become the funding mechanism. Your increase becomes their offset. It's kind of like getting a promotion at work and then finding out that parking fees doubled overnight. Now, on paper, you're ahead, but in real life, nothing changes except your patience. And so this is exactly where real people get hurt, not in theory, but in real emergencies. So a viewer shared this with me recently. He had a fall and needed an ambulance. The ambulance ride was covered. Thank goodness, right? No issue there. But the hospital that they took him to wasn't in network for his Medicare plan. And I mean, the poor fella, he did everything right. He still ended up with a $900 bill that he never saw coming. That's the danger with Medicare coverage that looks fine on paper, but it falls short when you actually need it. Emergencies, they don't let you shop networks. You just go wherever they take you. This is why I partner with Chapter, folks. Chapter doesn't sell plans. They help you understand whether your Medicare coverage actually protects you in real world situations, especially emergencies, not just during open enrollment conversations. Now, most people watching the show, they're dialing the phone number at the bottom of your screen right there, 909-563-8279, or they're visiting askchapter.org/Ron to make sure that there aren't any hidden gaps waiting to surprise them later. Because the worst time to discover a Medicare problem is after the ambulance closes their doors. Now, you've probably already seen the headlines. Social Security checks could reach $5,430 a month in 2026. Now, I mean, I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty incredible, right? That sounds like a game changer. But here's what they don't tell you. That number applies to a very specific group of people, a very small group of people. You'd need decades of maxed out earnings paying into Social Security at the highest taxable level every year. And then you'd have to also have delayed collecting benefits all the way until age 70. Now, this is not the average retiree, not even close. Now, most people are nowhere near that number. In fact, the average Social Security benefit is still a fraction of that headline figure. But the headlines, they do their job. They create the illusion that everyone is getting more money. You see, this is the pattern. Big numbers for clicks, small checks in reality, bigger expectations followed by disappointment when the deposit doesn't match the hype that they're talking about. Now, here's one of the most overlooked traps in the entire system. When your Social Security benefit increases, it can actually make more of your benefit taxable. So listen carefully to this, okay? So Social Security uses something called provisional income. Add up your other incomes, right? Pensions, withdrawals, even part-time work, then layer in your benefit. Cross certain thresholds, and then suddenly up to 85% of your Social Security becomes taxable. So COLA doesn't just raise your check. It can push you into a higher tax zone without you doing anything wrong. And so this is where retirees feel like they're getting punished for modest gains. I mean, you didn't splurge. You didn't earn more money. The system just shifted underneath you. And this is why people say, I got more money, but I owed more taxes. And once you're in that zone, there's no warning letter. You just end up finding out when the bill arrives. Now, we need to talk about the $6,000 senior deduction, because this one right here, it sounds better than it actually is. Now, first, it is age-based. It's not benefit-based. So you basically have to be 65 years or older. Collecting Social Security early doesn't qualify you. Second, it is a deduction. It's not a credit. This matters. So a credit reduces the tax bill dollar for dollar. A deduction only reduces taxable income. So what is it really worth? Well, for someone who's in the 12% tax bracket, this is only like about $720 in actual savings. Real money, but not $6,000. Now, here's the catch. Income phases out. So if you earn too much, then that deduction shrinks. If you earn even more, then it completely disappears entirely. So while some retirees are benefiting, others are quietly losing it, even though they're doing fine. They're not wealthy. And this is how targeted relief turns selective very quickly. So if you're wondering who feels all of this the most, it's the middle class retirees, hands down. You're not low income enough to be fully protected. You're not wealthy enough to absorb the hits easily. COLA barely moves the needle. Medicare premiums rise, taxes creep upward, deductions phase out, and then suddenly the math just doesn't work the way it used to. These are the people who saved, guys. These are the people who planned, who followed the rules, and yet they get squeezed from every angle. It's not even fair. They don't qualify for assistance, they don't get the biggest benefits, and they're exposed to every adjustment the system makes. This is why frustration is rising, because doing everything right no longer guarantees stability. The margin of error just keeps on shrinking and shrinking and shrinking, and 2026 tightens it even further. And so if you plan to work while collecting Social Security before full retirement age, pay very close attention here. So in 2026, earnings limits rise slightly, but the penalty structure, it stays the same. Now, if you earn too much and Social Security withholds benefits, $1 for every $2 over the limit. So yes, those withheld benefits are eventually credited back after full retirement age, but eventually doesn't help when your monthly cash flow drops right now today. And so this is where timing mistakes really hurt. People work a little extra, they don't realize that they crossed this threshold, and then their check gets cut unexpectedly. So once you hit full retirement age, the limit disappears. But before that, every dollar matters. And the system doesn't warn you until the damage is already done. Now, here's a change most people missed entirely. In 2026, the taxable wage base increases again. So this means higher earners pay Social Security tax on more of their income. Same percentage, bigger chunk. For workers still in the system, this quietly reduces their take-home pay. Now, for the program itself, it brings in more revenue without raising rates. This is how sustainability gets funded, incrementally without a debate, okay? Spread the cost across fewer people, call it an adjustment. But it raises a very important question. How long can this keep on going before the ceiling becomes irrelevant? And who keeps getting asked to carry the load? Well, these changes, they don't spark outrage. They just quietly normalize higher contributions year after year. And finally, here's the shift that nobody asked for, but everyone's going to feel this one. Social Security is going digital first. More online accounts, more automation, fewer human interactions. Now, for some people, it's convenient, but for other people, it's a complete nightmare. Older retirees, disabled individuals, people uncomfortable with technology. When something goes wrong, there's no counter to walk up to. There's just a portal, just a login screen, a queue, a delay, maybe a digital chat bot, right? Efficiency sounds good until access disappears. And then once systems move online, they rarely move back. This isn't just about technology. This is about control. It's about accountability. And it's about how easy it becomes to make changes without explanation. Now, if we put it all together and the pattern becomes clear, COLA increases, Medicare takes more, taxes claim a bigger share, deductions phase out, access becomes automated. Now, on paper, benefits rise. In reality, though, disposable income often doesn't. This is why 2026 feels confusing. Everything sounds positive. Everything sounds great, but people feel stuck. Now, this isn't about fear. This is about math, and the math doesn't care about the headlines. Social Security did not collapse, but it didn't rescue anyone either. It just adjusted in ways that benefit some people and quietly drain others. And here's the bottom line. You can't control the Social Security COLA. You can't control Medicare pricing, but you can control timing, planning, and decisions. Enrollment windows matter, income timing matters, tax planning matters, Medicare choices matter. Now, the biggest losers usually happen passively when people assume that the system will handle it for them. 2026 locks in choices whether you're paying attention or not. And the difference between stability and stress often comes down to awareness. This is your money, folks. This is your retirement, and understanding these changes is no longer optional. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video with someone who needs to hear this, because this headline won't tell them what actually decides their take-home pay.